Well, my first vlog, and it's all because of this. This is my Tesla Series 3 normal range blue Aero wheels car. There's too many words. I have dubbed her Tafiti. Tafiti, you might recognize from Moana, as the Polynesian goddess of creation, and since I'm trying very hard to make my carbon footprint smaller, I thought a Disney reference and a Tesla T Tafiti would work well with the blue ocean water color of my beautiful new Tesla. How I got here is really strange. So a little bit of history for the first vlog is that my first car that I first drove was an AMC Hornet, and it was green. It wasn't that great of a car, but at least it looked okay when I took it to high school. It was my mom's car. I broke a window in it once, long story. But my first purchase car was a $200 Dodge Dart in 1980 something. It made it home from the dealership, and the next day it made it down the street. That's what $200 of a car will get you. I traded that in and got my first, what I consider, real car. The first one has an asterisk. My first real car, which was a Datsun B210 orange. It got me through college. It stopped working one day, and I realized that if you took a tire iron and tapped the solenoid, I could get it started. And so it took me to my, well, it was going to take me to my wedding day. We were planning to even have a picture of the bride in her full dress tapping on the solenoid under the hood to get our car started, but alas, on that day it would not start, and so we had to replace the solenoid after we got back from our wedding. I had that car for a while, and then I bought my first new car, and it was a wonderful 1987 Toyota Corolla. I thought I died and gone to heaven. A beautiful brown car. Parked it in my parking place at work. I thought everybody would be jealous. It got me through a number of years. It was my first car that I took over 100,000 miles. And I said, hey, these Toyotas are pretty good. Now I wanted, really next, I wanted a man's car, so I got a Nissan. Somebody's spying on me. I got a Nissan pickup truck. I love that pickup truck, man. I drove that sucker into the ground. It was a king cab, which meant that it had a little bit of room in the back where flip out seats. And we put our two boys, who were, really young then, and every time I accelerated, their heads would hit the back of the window. And that was fun. So my wife made pillows so that they wouldn't do that so hard. I drove that sucker into the ground. I loved having a pickup truck. Still miss having a pickup truck. Some would say it wasn't a real pickup truck, but to me, it was a man's place to put his stuff. And then I traded in the brown Toyota for a Voyager. Remember Voyagers? Yeah. And then the kids grew up and they left. I got my first hybrid. I got a blue Toyota Prius 2008. Those Blue Jays are just ticking me off right now. It made a whole lot of sense. It got great gas mileage. It was the first car I took to 200,000 miles. Sold it to one of my kids, and now it doesn't work so much. So hey, I did good. And then we bought another Prius. So for a while we were a two Prius family. I got the plug-in Prius, a 2013 plug-in Prius. I'm off on those dates, I think. But it was a plug-in Prius. I got a whole whopping 10, sometimes 11 miles off of a charge overnight. And I was pleased because, for my commute, which isn't that long, it was a pretty good car, but it still used more gas than I like. And I was about ready to trade that one in and get another Prius plug-in. And My good friend Jim from Florida bought 3 years earlier a Series 3 Tesla, and he could not stop talking about it, and I have to say I got really sick and tired of hearing about it. So yeah, but as I was looking for this new Prius, I decided I might as well look at the cost of what a Tesla was and compare it, and it actually made sense. And I talked to my wife about it, and she loves fast cars, and she didn't need to be sold, but we kept going back and forth. Should we? No, we're not going to do it. No, okay, yeah, we're going to. No, we're not going to do it. And finally, one day we went online and we pulled the trigger, and it was 3 weeks later, 2 weeks, 3 weeks later. By golly, they had it ready and delivered. We went and picked it up. We sent all the kids a video of it. Hey, Mom and I had just come back from date night at Sullivan's, and
never been here before.
You've been wondering what we've been doing. Well, and we've been down to one vehicle, so I'd like to introduce you to Tafiti. What? Well, I should say we sent two of the kids. One of my kids was at Disney World, and because they were at Disney World, they didn't deserve to see my new car until they got home. And the grandkids, oh my gosh, the grandkids absolutely. So what we did with the grandkids is we bought a bunch of Tesla 3 Hot Wheels. You can get them on eBay. And we went up to their house and we said, hey, got you these Hot Wheels. And I said, you like Hot Wheels? Yeah, we like Hot Wheels. And I said, have you ever ridden in a Hot Wheel? And I said, come here. And we got them in the car and I took them around. I have been the best papa ever, because my grandkids just love hitting that accelerator and going. And so we became Tesla owners. I never dreamed that we'd be able to do that, but here she is. And I'm calling my series The Old Man and the Tea because I'm feeling the midlife crisis here in getting this car. I'm not a rich man. I'm not in any way one who likes to flaunt anything of worth if I have it. But dang, this is great to ride. Now, we're in the Midwest, so not many people have Teslas. I'll see a few a day if I look for them, but we're not like California that has them on every street. And so it's still a novelty, and people like looking at it, and it does look good new and with the same bright shine on it that it had when it came off the factory, even though I know that will change. So what I'm going to do in some of these is just share little bits and pieces about my experience. I've watched a whole lot of vlogs. Before I bought the car, I watched a whole lot of vlogs. I mean, a whole lot of vlogs about Teslas. And you learn some things, and then you hear the same things over and over again. And I kept talking back to these because I'm an old man. I talk back to the YouTube channel people and say, what are you talking about? Same. Well, what about this? And after watching all those videos, I came up with a number of things on my own that I thought were kind of important. And so, I mean, I'm not an expert at these things. I don't pretend to be. I just am an old man and a tea.
If you like what you saw, well then just watch the video again. You don't need to subscribe or ring the bell. I've got a real job.